अच्छा, तो ये भारत मसाले का कमाल है।
भारत चाउमीन मसाला,
मेरी पसंद एवरग्रीन चाय।
भुवनेश्वर किम्स सुपर स्पेशलिटी हॉस्पिटल जोठारे अछि अत्याधुनिक डिजिटल एक्सरे, डिजिटल रेडियोग्राफी, हाई रेजोल्यूशन यूसीजी, कलर डॉपलर, टिफा स्कैन, एनडी स्कैन, फेटल डॉपलर सहित हाई रेजोल्यूशन एमआरआई, सीटी स्कैन, एंजियोग्राफी, होल बॉडी डेक्सा स्कैन एवं मैमोग्राफी भली अत्याधुनिक और उन्नत मानर डाक्तरी परीक्षा एटार उपलब्ध। समस्तक पई हाथ पाहांतारे सुलभ मूल्य रे उन्नत मानर डाक्तरी सेवा आनिछि किम्स। उत्तम सेवा सह स्पर्श आरोग्यर।
ते ब्रेक पूर्व आपण मैंने द न्यू इंडियन एक्सप्रेस ओडिशा लिटरेरी फेस्टिवल रो सीधा प्रसारण आपण देखा पाउतले। एबे चलंतु पुणी थे जीवा सीधा सड़क देखा तार सीधा प्रसारण।
Thank you so much, sir. May I now request Editorial Director, the New Indian Express, Mr. Prabhu Chawla, to present the opening remarks and take this session forward from here.
Good evening, everybody. Namaskar. For me, it is a special occasion again, or not a special occasion again, because I have been welcoming a personality for the past 10 years, every year, and I have to think a new word to define him, because he changes every year. I forget his definition, how I defined him this last year and year before last, because his work, the way he performs, we have to find new adjectives, new nouns, and how to define him. He's the tallest man, yes. Indian politics is the tallest man who travels in a very small car. If I look at the other chief ministers who are all traveling in BMWs and Mercedes, he travels in an Indian car. Simplicity is not his only virtue. He's the only chief minister I come across in my life. I've been in journalism for 45 years. I know him for almost 25 years now. He's the same Naveen Patnaik who came back to India and joined politics without being in politics earlier. Without any political experience, he had taken the states like Odisha from the most backward state to one of the most developing states now. How do I define him again? I've got a couple of things to talk about him very shortly. You have heard many chief ministers who gave speeches almost a dozen times a day. Here is the chief minister. His work makes maximum noise while he makes minimum voice. So that's the personality of this man. You have to go on working here. He has become a mystery in a way. All the institutes of management all over the world do studies, case studies of successful of some manufacturer, some businessman, some politician who are just few minutes fame. They must do a study of the man here, how a leader is made without making noises. I have not come across any leader who has spoken less, but his people, supporters make more noise for him when he stands up like this. Other thing which I was about, you have talked about wonders of the world. There are 7 wonders or 8 wonders of the world. If I were to make a list of political wonders of the world, Mr. Naveen Patnaik in the first 5. With these words, I can't say much more. He is a wonderful wonder. He will perform much better. And he has broken one record of being the longest surviving chief minister after he wins again. So he can speak for himself, but he doesn't speak much. But I always request him. He very kindly obliges me as well. So now over to him, whatever he wants to tell us about him. Thank you, Naveen.
Shri Prabhu Chawla, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I am delighted to be here at the 11th Odisha Literary Festival with its theme, The Ideas of Identity. History, geography, society, prosperity. What defines us? In this age of binaries, we are expected to be one or the other. But there is something Odiyas appreciate. We have so many identities and we celebrate them all. However, I believe a society identified is definitely by its core values. The historic Odisha is defined by the Kalinga War. This determination to fight to the finish changed the course of history. It spread the message of peace and non-violence. That is what Odisha continues to stand for even today. The glorious era of the Emperor Kharavela re-establishes our identity as a vibrant society. There was a time when Odisha was separated in many administrative blocks. While we displayed immense courage for the formation of a state on the basis of our linguistic identity, we sorted out long complicated issues by providing a simple solution for formation of states in independent India. There was a time when some didn't consider Odia as a separate language. Today it is recognized as a classical language. The spiritual Odisha is deeply embedded in the worship of Lord Jagannath. The Jagannath culture is a narrative of our values in respecting all religions, all culture. Odisha's social cohesion is one amongst the strongest. We are proud of this great social wealth. The contemporary Odisha, with the experience of the past, looks to take a transformative dive to the future. The process of creating the identity of a forward-looking, modern society in Odisha, with all our basic ideologies intact, is going on. We are transforming our society, our education, our healthcare, our agriculture. Everything is witnessing a paradigm shift on the foundation of transformative governance. Our women feel empowered, delivering strong leadership in every part of our society. Our people are more confident of their future now than they were ever before. The newfound self-confidence is generating another core value of our society, leading to Amorisa, Nua Odisha. New ideas will keep up. New ideas will keep us navigating to the future. There are bits of our greater socio-economic and cultural identity, peace, non-violence, and social cohesion will remain our eternal values as the roots of our growing identity. I believe in the past 2 days, there have been many discussions around politics, faith, ideas and ideologies. In this spirit that Odisha upholds, I am hoping that the new Indian Express will continue to keep this tradition of dialogue alive in our city and state. I would also like to thank Prabhu Chawla for his very generous words. Thank you. Bande Utkal Janani. Question there.
तेज 11तम ओडिशा लिटरेरी फेस्टिवल रे निजर अभिभाषण रखुले मुख्यमंत्री नवीन पट्टनायक। ओडिशा प्रशासनिक स्तर में कार्यकारिता, ओडिशा रे जगन्नाथ संस्कृतिर महत्व, जगन्नाथ संस्कृतिर महत्व खास करके सामाजिक स्तर में ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन एवं महिला सशक्तिकरण उपरे राज्य सरकार गुरुत्वारोप।
Dirty politics. Do you enjoy this dirty politics?
Politics need not be dirty. It can be a great platform for serving the people.
Other thing, looking at the popularity rating and whatnot, you are the most popular chief minister in the state. What kind of magic wand do you carry? Why do you think you are the most popular?
When I came to office at the beginning of this century, we all know the terrible poverty that Odisha faced. First, I tried my best, and I still do, to eradicate corruption. Then, recently we were hit by a super cyclone in 1999. So we took strong steps for disaster management, which has been quite successful, and we've been lauded even by the United Nations for that. We saw to development in every sector, in agriculture, in irrigation, in industry, in health, in education, any sphere that you can think of.
You, like your father, have always championed women's empowerment. How do you see the passing of women's reservation bill at the center now? It should have been done earlier.
I think it's a very important step. We in our state, my party, has always been there for the development of women. My father began it by reserving 33% of the seats in the local elections. We have increased that to 50%. And as recently as the last elections, we reserved 33% of our seats for women in the parliamentary elections. Also, we have a great program called Mission Shakti, in which 7 million of our women are involved for the empowerment of women, economically and otherwise.
Other thing, are you fully geared up for election, assembly and parliament? And what do you think of one nation, one election?
We have always welcomed it. We are prepared for elections for both bodies at any time.
What about one election, one nation?
We are all for it, as I said.
For it. You are for it. With 25 years behind that experience, what is the new agenda you plan to set and take to people for your next tenure? What is your slogan for the next tenure?
Development is a continuous process, and we will continue to work hard for the welfare and progress of our state.
Looking at the politics of ever since Mr. Modi has come to power, I find you have very good cordial relationship with him. On a scale of 10, how many marks you will give him?
We have cordial relationships with the center. Naturally, we want the development of our state, and it's important to have the center's partnership in that development. And far as the Prime Minister is concerned, I think if you give a criteria of 8
out of 10 marks.
8 out of 10, because of what he's done for foreign policy and also in various other matters too. Also, there's been less corruption in his government.
And on domestic, you said on foreign policy, you are giving 8 out of 10, and domestic handling?
As I said, he has helped in rooting out corruption, and he's trying his very best to serve the people of our country.
Thank you, Mr. Patnaik. I won't take your much time. Thank you very much for answering.
Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Thank you so much. As always, this remains one of the major highlights of Odisha Literary Festival. Thank you to our Honorable Chief Minister. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special announcement on the occasion of the 11th edition of the OLF 2023. So I'll now invite on stage Mr. Manoj Kumar Sonthalia, Chairman and Managing Director, the New Indian Express, to make that special announcement.
I'd like to interrupt for a moment. I wish to thank Indian Express for the excellent film documentary which they did on my late sister. Thank you.
I think she belongs to the nation. She was your adorable daughter, but she was our intellectual asset as well, India.
समय सरी खबर अभियान को ये रखा गाँ लाइव को ये रखा नमस्कार।
आमे तो विचार करछु नटवर को सही लेखाटी के जदि भलो भाबरे आमे
ए मासर बही कथारे अछि लेखक नटवर खुंटियांक ओडिशा अर्थनीति संबंधी पुस्तक फार्म इकोनॉमी ऑफ ओडिशार समीक्षा जहाकू समीक्षा करिवे पूर्वतन अर्थमंत्री तथा अर्थनीतिज्ञ स्तंभकार श्रीयुक्त पंचानन कानूनगो और श्री जानकी बड़पंडा
अर्थनीतिर समस्या एवं तार निराकरण
एवं कवि संघमित्रा भंजंक दीर्घ काव्य संकलन ललितार समीक्षा जहाकू समीक्षा करिवे प्राबंधिक चंद्रशेखर होता एवं लेखिका सोनाली साहू
तांकर मध्यस्थता थिले ललिता दुती ललिता।
आज राति 8टा